Tunisia is the smallest country in North Africa. It is a Maghreb country bordered by Algeria to the west, Libya to the southeast, and the Mediterranean Sea to the north. Tunisia is almost 165,000 square kilometers in area, with an estimated population of just under 10 million. Its name is derived from the capital, Tunis, located in the northeast.
Tunisia achieved independence from France in 1956, led by Habib Bourguiba, who later became president. The secular Constitutional Democratic Rally, formerly neo-dictator, controlled in the country as one of the most repressive regimes in the Arab world since its independence in 1956. In November 1987, doctors declared Bourguiba unfit to rule and, in a bloody coup d'etat, Prime Minister Ben Ali assumed the presidency. President Ben Ali, previously Bourguiba's minister and a military figure, enormous majorities every election, the last being 25 October 2009, until he fled the country amid popular unrest in January 2011.
Ben Ali and his family were accused of corruption and plundering the country's money. Corruption members of the Trablis family, most notably in case of Ahmed Trablis and Belhassan Trablis, controlled much of the business sector in the country. The First Lady, Leila Ben Ali, was described as an unabashed shopaholic who used the state airplane to make frequent unofficial trips to Europe's fashion capitals. Tunisia refused a French request for extradition of two of the president's nephews from Leila's side, who were accused by the French state prosecutor of having stolen two mega yachts from a French mariner. Ben Ali's son-in-law, Shaker el-Matri, was rumored as being primed to eventually take over the country.
The Tunisian Revolution was an intensive campaign of civil resistance that was caused by high unemployment, food inflation, corruption, a lack of freedom of speech and other political freedoms, and poor living conditions. Labor unions were said to be an integral part of the protests. The protests inspired the Arab Spring, a wave of similar actions throughout the Arab world. Our group will use a new style report on the situation in Tunisia.
Today on News 5, we will be looking more at the whole Tunisian revolution and the aftermath of it. Firstly, we will briefly talk about what started this whole thing, the man who set himself on fire. We will then talk about what is happening now, 2 years after the revolution. Next, we have Chris with an interview with a protester in Tunisia, followed by a more in-depth explanation of Mohamed Bouazizi's story. We then have Marcus with an exclusive interview with the mother of Tunisia's hero. Finally, to wrap it up, we have the outcome of Tunisia and the current state it is in. More later on News 5 at 1. On the 17th of December 2010, a young man named Mohamed Bouazizi set himself on fire in protest after police confiscated the fruits and vegetables he was selling from a street stall. This sparked off violent protests and riots, which ultimately led to the ousting of longtime President Zain al-Abidin Ben Ali on the 14th of January 2011, ending 23 years in power. However, even though it's been 2 years since the whole Tunisian revolution, there are still anti-government protesters camping outside the parliament building. We have Chris with the story.
Hi, this is Chris, reporting from Tunisia. And now there's protesting ongoing like around 100 meters away from me. And now I'm trying to get an interview with one of the protesters. Hey,
Yes.
may I
Yes,
know what's
sir.
your name?
My name is Shakir.
Hi Shakir, are you here for Tunisia or are you a local?
I'm from another province in Tunisia.
Okay, I see. And what is the main purpose of this protest?
Well, we want a change in government. It's been very bad these few years.
Oh, I see. But what did the government do that made you guys so upset and want to protest?
Well, in my province, there is not enough jobs for the rest of us, and also our children has no school to go to. We have ran out of food as well, and also the government have promised us supplies. Even so, they have not come round to give it to us, and every time they always tell us that, oh, it's on its way, it's on its way. It took me 3 days walking here to the capital just to and join the rest of the country to support of a change in government.
Wow, that's sad. Hi, here's Chris, reporting from Tunisia.
Here are some pictures that Chris took in Tunisia while the people were protesting outside the parliament building.
What exactly happened on the 17th of December? A policewoman confiscated Mohammed Bouazizi's vegetable cart and its goods, and even after Mohammed has paid a fine, the policewoman slapped him and spat in his face.
Selling fruits and vegetables, fresh. Selling fruits and vegetables.
Police! This is illegal.
No.
You need to give me a fine.
Okay.
Hurry up.
Alright.
This is not enough.
Not only did she disgrace him, he was also extremely outraged. He tried to complain to the officials, however they refused to see him. This causes Mohammed Bouazizi to feel even more furious, and as a result, he poured kerosene and set himself on fire.
He did not die immediately, but after 2 weeks he passed away. The whole country was outraged at this ordeal. Mohammed started a revolution.
We are really privileged to have Bouazizi's mother to give us an exclusive interview. We have Marcus with the story.
We have Bouazizi's mother here to talk to us about her son. Hello, ma'am. We are very grateful that you have agreed to this interview. Feel free to not answer any questions if you feel uncomfortable.
Alright.
How is your son like?
He's a hard-working boy. He never intended to break the law. All he wants is to earn some money and to support the family.
Do you know what exactly happened to him?
The officials refused to tell me what they did to him. All they said was that he set himself on fire and it wasn't their fault.
So your son set himself on fire to make a statement. So do you think it's a very reckless decision to do so?
He was a brave man, and he started a revolution there. People should know that the government didn't deserve British support, and I have no further comments.
Okay, thank you for your time, man.
Even after all that has happened, the situation in Tunisia has not changed much. Despite the previous leaders already stepping down, Tunisians are still unhappy with the current government. They feel that the new leaders have not done anything to improve the current conditions, and the people also feel that the government has not solved the human rights issues. As such, people in Tunisia are still protesting and requesting for even more change in their government. Who knows what the future holds for Tunisia? Perhaps what Tunisia requires is even more such legendary acts in order for leaders to realize that they need to do something to make a change. That is all on News 5 tonight. Thank you. Have a pleasant day.